questions. And no doubt you've wondered why the person who will ask them can expect the same reply. Did you ever take a girl a box of chocolates after tea and notice how she grabs it and then says, "Is this for me?"
This week on the Wasteland Cookery Show, I'm going to be showing you how to make Mirelurk cakes. Now, there's a few places in DC that will sell you Mirelurk cakes, but none of them will tell you how to make it. Gary in River City boasts the best Mirelurk cakes in the whole of DC, but they're pretty subpar. So if you want to make Mirelurk cakes in your vault, these are the ingredients you'll need. Some Mirelurk meat, mayonnaise, an unhealthy amount of salt, 1 egg, some stale bread, and some scrub plant. This is a man named Ted's recipe. I found it while I was sleeping around underneath the Anchorage War Memorial. I'm not going to deviate a lot because it's a pretty sound recipe, but I am going to add this. These, I don't know if you can see them, are Mirelurk spawn. They do look like pre-war capers, but no. Mirelurk spawn. I've had to scale the recipe down a bit because the recipe does call for a whole Mirelurk and I could only get half a claw from the diner. So step one, grab your mixing tin. To it you need to add your Mirelurk meat, your breadcrumbs, the Mirelurk spawn and the scrub bush, your mayonnaise, the salt, and 1 egg. I've gone for an ant egg. And then just mix it all together with whatever you can find. I'm using a 10mm. Once it's all mixed together, your Mirelurk cake will look like this. There's probably enough there for 2, so split it in 2, make it into little patties, and stick it in a hot pan. So let your Mirelurk cakes cook on one side for a couple minutes, then toss them over on the other side, just like Caesar tossed Joshua Graham off the Hoover Dam. They should look about as crispy as the burnt man too. Once you've cooked them on both sides for a couple minutes, chuck them in the oven, leave them for about 20. You can probably tell that there's a party atmosphere in Vault 4 tonight. We've just got word from the Commonwealth that we're being relocated to Boston. Pretty exciting. I've only heard good things about Boston. To celebrate, Mrs. Abernathy down in the saloon has made her famous cocktail. It's just vodka and radroach blood, but chug, 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 chug. So while I was down in DC, I met this big green fella called Forks. Got on like a house on fire, killed quite a few Mirelurks together. So I made a sort of dip to go with the Mirelurk cakes, and I've named it after him. Well, I've named it for him. I call it Rah Rah Sauce. It's pretty much just mayonnaise, Mirelurk spawn, nut fruit, and pickled banana yucca. Because this is the last video from Vault 4, I'm going to plate this up like one of those pre-war chefs. Thanks for watching. See you in Boston.